Hi dancers! Today I'm going to talk to you about arm movements in ballet, which are called port de bras. Port sounds like portable, like something you can carry is portable. And bras means arm in French, so port de bras means carriage of the arms. And it's important for you to think of your arm movements in ballet as carriage of the arms, specifically carriage from your chest, your mid-back, your lungs, and your heart, because that is what makes the beautiful arm movements of ballet more expressive. So, before we start moving the arms, let's talk about the hands for a second. Put your hands out in front of you and extend your fingers like there are lasers shooting off of each fingertip. Now, imagine the lasers go away and just allow your tendons to retract your fingers slightly, and you'll find that they're rounding. Try that again. Extend like lasers and just allow the tension to release and the fingers to retract slightly. It's almost like you're cupping someone's cheek with your hand, or it's like the petals of a flower just beginning to retract for the evening. So we're going to use this rounded position of the hands whenever we use a rounded position of the arms in ballet. Now, begin by painting an imaginary line of wet paint from your pinky finger to your elbow on both sides. And stamp that wet paint along your side body like you're cutting yourself in half, cutting your front from your back half. Now, line up your spine as much as you can along that line that you've just stamped. This position of the hands is going to be called neutral. And allow the humerus bone to medially rotate as you round the elbows slightly. Keep the fingertips where they are. So don't allow the fingertips to draw up towards the armpits, but keep them low and at your sides. You can see this space opening up at your side body. Now, the first arm position I want you to learn is called Bras Bas. We're going to bring this rounded shape from our side body towards the front. Bras, again, means arm, and bas means low. So this position is called arms low, Bras Bas. Ballet has a very specific aesthetic of balance and symmetry. So in ballet, the arms track up and down an imaginary train track along the midline, but they never ever cross it. So when your arms are in Bras Bas, they're very close to the midline, but they don't touch. Just practice bringing your arms from your side body, rounded in this neutral side low position, to Bras Bas. Now, we're going to move to first position, and I want you to imagine that you have buoys or helium balloons on your elbows that are floating your elbows upward, and you have heavy bracelets or watches on your wrists that are weighing your wrists down. So your elbows are floating up and your wrists are weighing down. And this is to help you maintain the medial rotation, inward rotation of your humerus bones. This helps to create the biggest possible rounded shape in first position, because as you can see, if you allow your arms to rotate outward slightly, the shape shrinks. So we want to create the biggest possible first position. Practice just tracking your arms down to Bras Bas along the midline and up to first position. The elbow brings it up and the wrist drops it down. Allow your elbow to float your fingertips up just as high as your navel. So not higher, but just as high as your belly button. This is another visual trick because it allows for the audience to see more of the arm shape and to see more of the dancer's expressive chest area. So your first position will be just as high as your navel. Second position, we're going to spread wide like we are opening 2 sliding doors. So from your midline, imagine that 2 sliding doors are opening and spreading wide. Keep your arms in front of your body. So if they start to get too far behind you, we have an issue, we have a problem. So imagine that someone's kind of gently hugging you from behind and your arms are going to stay in front of you. Now, if you've kept your medial rotation in second position, your elbow will be slightly higher than your wrist and slightly lower than your shoulder. So if you dropped a marble right here, it would roll downward and it wouldn't get stuck. Now we're going to do a little strength exercise for our arms here in second position. Imagine that you have strings attached to the fingertips on both hands. And someone is going to pull them to the sides so that your fingertips move away from your midline. In order for this to happen, your humerus bone had to rotate outward, laterally. Now you're going to feel the tension release, the strings are gone, and you're going to tell your arms to go back to second position. So you're going to have to medially rotate the humerus bone again and slightly round the elbow and soften the hand. Try that again. So strings, pull your fingertips out and away, the humerus bone rotates laterally, and then you re-round the arms and medially rotate to recreate your second position. Let's add some breath. So inhale as you round to second position and exhale as you extend. Almost like a little bird, feeling the breath of wind under your wings. And you're going to start to feel your muscles burning and learning. Okay, the last thing we're going to learn is Demi Second. So here we are in second. Demi means small. We're going to reach and feel those strings pulling our fingertips away, the arm bone rotated laterally, and we're going to imagine we're standing in a swimming pool. We're going to let our arms float down through the water, and our wrists and our fingers are going to trail behind slightly because of the resistance of the water. Now, before your armpits close off, you're going to pass through that position with the arms rounded at the sides of your body, with that space opening up. And then you're going to bring your arms to Bras Bas, arms low. So, first position, your elbows float to your fingertips just as high as your navel. Second position, you spread wide like 2 sliding doors opening. Demi Second, the fingertips pull away, the arm bone rotates outward slightly, and then we rotate inward as soon as we reach this position, gathering the space at our side body, and then bring the arms to the front in Bras Bas. Now, let's not forget our eyes and our head. So take a look along the horizon about 45 degrees in one direction, and then scan the horizon back to the center again. And try that on the other side, like you're looking along the horizon far, far away, where the ocean meets the sky. When we use our arms in an outward circular motion, we're going to take the head in the direction of the arm, like you're giving away a gift and you want to see that it reaches its destination. This outward circling direction of the arms is called en dehors, outward. So we're circling the arms from the center outward. If we're circling the arms inward towards the body, we're going to look away. So we're going to pass through that side body position, Demi Second, second, and then when the fingertips meet the midline, the eyes will as well. Side body, Demi Second, second, fingertips and eyes to the midline, and Bras Bas. So when the arms circle inward towards the body, that direction of circling is called en dehors, inward. So just to review, arms in neutral, arms at the side body rounded, Bras Bas, first, second, Demi Second.